The Oklahoma Sooners, they had a good weekend as they've gotten some of their 2024 recruits on campus, guys that they've already signed, but were going to be summer enrollees. That includes the likes of Eddie Pierre-Louis, who most Sooner fans are excited about. But today we got to talk about a transfer portal edition and a sneaky good running back that happened to just show up to be moving on campus, one that a lot of people probably weren't expecting. And we're going to jump into it. But before we do that, guys, I need to hear from y'all. So join the discussion. Jump in the comments below. Give me your thoughts on this 24 class for Oklahoma. Who do you think is going to be the breakout player for Oklahoma in this class? But there is a guy on this team. He might or might not be our starting running back by the name of Gavin Sawchuck. And he's a brother. And if you guys remember early, like this was way early last year, we did talk about Gabe Sawchuck. And really, we kind of thought, this isn't going to be an Oklahoma take. They've already got enough running backs. Like it would have to be a PWO. And at the time, he had offers from USC, Colorado, Arizona State. Like he had other Power 4 offers to go play as a 3-star running back. So it didn't seem likely that Gabe would end up in this class with Oklahoma. But yesterday, the kids are moving in, and sure enough, who do you see moving in and helping his brother move in? You saw Gavin Sawchuck helping his brother Gabe Sawchuck move into the dorms. And this is, as I would imagine, going to be a PWO. I wouldn't imagine the staff is doing anything more than that right here. But this is an interesting thing here. And let me tell you why. Because at the University of Clemson, one thing that Dabo and Brent Venables did a really good job was not only establishing relationships with the kids themselves, but establishing relationships with parents, brothers, everybody across the board in the family. And in turn, you saw Clemson put out spurts of brothers. In fact, remember Drew Woodaz, one of the linebackers Oklahoma was looking at? Well, he went to Clemson to go play at Clemson where his brother was at, right? So the thing is, this is something that they did at Clemson. They're replicating it here at Oklahoma, and you're already seeing the benefits from it. I mean, Michael Hawkins and Malik Hawkins are on this team together. Peyton Bowen and Eli Bowen. And now you've got Gabe Sawchuck and Gavin Sawchuck. And so I look at Gabe Sawchuck and I say, okay, preferred walk-on running back. Like, obviously, he's not going to make a huge impact for Oklahoma, right? I would not be so hesitant to say that right away. Yes, he is a 3-star running back at 5'10", 182 pounds. Listen, Gabe Sawchuck, he's kind of like his brother. When he breaks the tackles, he's got a little bit of breakaway speed there. And I'm going to share some of his highlights here so that you can see it. But he's got a little bit of breakaway speed when he breaks through those tackles. So I believe Gabe Sawchuck could see some time for Oklahoma. I think in the first couple of years, it is probably going to be cleanup duty. But again, it just adds more depth to this room. And if you're OU, if you're an Oklahoma fan, you feel good about getting a guy of Gabe Sawchuck's talents in a DeMarco Murray room where DeMarco Murray will find a way to get him on the field, because when you watch his film here, you see him be kind of like a Swiss Army knife on the offensive side of the ball and just be, I think, completely dynamic at the running back position. But then you see him go to the defensive side of the ball and he's able to play a little bit of corner, which tells you he's got good vision and good instincts when he's on the field. And I'm going to be honest, that's really hard to teach somebody if you can teach them at all. So getting a guy that already has that, I'll take it. I'll take it all day long. Now, while I leave his film up here, I want to run through his stats real quick so you guys can understand what he is. And then we're going to move into the transfer portal guy. But in his 23-24 senior varsity year, 172 carries, 671 total yards for 11 touchdowns. The year before, he had 762 total yards. The year before that, 797. So in his career total, he had 2,387 yards and 32 total touchdowns. So I expect Gabe Sawchuck again to have some level of impact for this Oklahoma Sooner team. And it's nice to have the brothers here. Now, The other one that I want to share with y'all that Oklahoma ended up landing, that I think this one's interesting, and it's Steele Wasel. He is transferred to the University of Oklahoma. You saw some of the reports on Twitter the other day. I think even 247 wrote an article about it. But 3-star kid, originally from Choctaw, Oklahoma. And this is a guy that had been up to campus even during the Lincoln Riley era. And this was a guy that I believe he was a part of the 23 class, but didn't end up here at Oklahoma. He ended up going to Akron with Joe Moorhead. He'd been to Oklahoma and Notre Dame, as you can see, but still Wasel in his career at Choctaw. Guys, here's what he did his senior year. 191 completions on 269 attempts, 3,325 yards, 71% completion percentage. 71. He had 38 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. Then what he did with his feet, only 51 carries for 543 yards and 5 touchdowns. So although this is not a guy that I think you expect to come in, play with Jackson Arnold for a starting spot, maybe not even play with Michael Hawkins for a backup spot. If you ever get into a pinch where Jackson Arnold goes down, you're having to look at Michael Hawkins, or I'm completely blanking on his name, Thompson, right? Thompson. If you have to rely on them and you need more depth, you've got a guy like Steele Wasel, who he's an Oklahoma kid, and you know he can spin the ball. He could be a little bit of a dynamic athlete for you. He can do it both ways. So interesting take there for Oklahoma, but not a lot going on right now on the recruiting trail. You're getting into OV season. We're going to do a video this week breaking down the visitor list for Oklahoma. This official visitor list coming up this weekend. It's right now pretty small, but I'm going to wait to hold off on it until probably about Wednesday or Thursday in case anybody else gets added. But then after that, we head into some loaded official visitor lists, and Oklahoma is going to start to get some commitments out of it. I think Oklahoma will get anywhere between 1 to 2. I think 1 for sure, but maybe 2 this month. So Oklahoma fans, you guys will get some good recruiting news coming up. But if you guys haven't already and you guys have made it this far, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Want you guys to be a part of the community here. We're dropping a bunch of community posts. We're dropping polls in there. So if you guys want to vote, drop your comments and thoughts on here. I'm bringing those up in the video so that we're able to talk about it. So make sure you drop your comments below so that I can pull those up when we're having those community posts. Hey, and if you guys see me out in public, something new that we're going to start doing, I'm going to start giving out t-shirts, stickers, those kind of things. Sometimes I might have the merchandise on hand with me. Sometimes I might have to figure out a way to get it to you. But if you see me in public, you come up to me, I'm going to make sure you get a t-shirt or get a sticker, whatever I have on me, whatever I have available. I want to make this community fun. I want you guys to come up and give me your thoughts and opinions on the recruiting trail and what Oklahoma is going to do going into their SEC season. So drop a like, subscribe, jump in the comments. Hey, we'll catch y'all next time.